Hi, hi everyone. It's me, Jordan Long here, and I'm here in Saudi Arabia. Since all we're going to be seeing Crown Jewel 2. Now, a lot of folks wondering, "Oh, Jordan, how are you going to be doing that?" Yeah, I'm going to be making a film later on today after that's done saying I was at Saudi Arabia. So you'll see that film up as well. So today, Jordan says, I'm going to talk about, you know, when you go when you go stunt and fleet. And apparently there are some folks who believe that, oh, well, apparently today, Jordan said, there are some folks out there who want to push it into November. You know, apparently, oh, it's going to be too rainy, it's going to be too windy, we can't do it, we're going to wait until November. Now, if that's their own pick, good for them. You know, there's always going to be folks, then there are going to be folks who have bitched that, oh, Halloween shouldn't be on a 31st. If the 31st falls on a weekday, it should be pushed to the weekend. Well, here is a little hang up about that. That holiday, that gathering, whatever you want to call it, has been done that way for years. It wasn't like it was some type of holiday or something, that the land leadership made, and they can just make a new law and shift it to another day. There are many holidays that are like that. But hey, so apparently there are some folks that do that. Some folks that go, oh well, it's too rainy, it's too windy. We're gonna push it back until November. And if you do it in November, it just looks not right. It is what it is. I mean, then there used to be folks who'll say, oh, when I was your age, they didn't do that. They just did whatever day it was. Yeah. So some Trump borough township town insteads are doing it and some don't. But then it goes into, oh, are you too old to be stunt and fleeting? And be like, you're too old to be doing stunt and fleet. How can I be too old for it? You are. Oh, so there's like an oversight I didn't know about with stunt and fleet that says when you get a certain age you can't do it anymore. I thought it was actually one's pick when they didn't want to do it anymore. At least that's what I thought. Everybody goes, oh, you're too old for this. Well, that might be their belief, that I'm too old for it. But there isn't like a true oversight, like some book you can open up and look at, or some kind of law you can open a book and look at. Well, the truth is there is no law or oversight that says once you get a certain age, you gotta stop doing stunt and fleet. That's usually something one does for oneself. Okay? You know how it works, right? And a lot of folks are going to say a lot of things, but the truth, there is no oversight that says you cannot do it. Well, I just think you shouldn't do that anymore. Well, I like doing it, Jordan says, but I can't. I like doing it, but I can't do it this year. All right. So apparently, some new thing going around some of you folks is that if it's raining and windy, you're gonna call it off until November. It's gonna look weird doing it in November. Hey, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It's just gonna look weird, You know. And then you can't. And then and then November the 2nd or whatever day some of these uh, Trump's, Boroughs, Township, Town and States do it. The weather might not be good on those days, so you just keep pulling it back. I guess that's what they do. I guess that's what they do. They just keep pulling it back and back, And yeah, they're also, yeah, that's what we do. If it wasn't good that day, we just pull it back another day. Yeah, yeah, sure. That's what we would do. We just pull it back again. If that day wasn't good, we would seek another day. Yeah, well, I think it's kind of dumb. Well, it's going to be raining and windy, and it's not going to be good for folks being out anyway. Yeah, well, it's never good for folks being out anyway, no what kind of weather it is. And the world has to keep on doing its things, right? Yeah. But this is it's just something we just do. I don't think anyone wants to be out there when it's wet, raining, and windy, getting stunt and fleet. Yeah, the stunt would be the rain, and the fleet would actually be what you got at someone's house. It is what it is. And some folks would say back in their day, they did it. No need what it was doing outside. And then on top of that, you also got some folks that wish that it wouldn't, that wish they could push it to the weekends. That it's too much of a hang up for them when they get home to get ready for everything. Well, if you think it's too much of a hang up, then don't do it then. Just have your lights off or something, Don't be getting the leadership into trying to shift the days you do something. Because first off, this holiday isn't a land holiday that the land leadership can just make a law to shift. And also, I just also want to say that I'm sad for what I said. And I said some things last night I didn't mean to say. Now, if so-and-so actually does watch this film and gets to this point and will forgive me, that's one thing. But that implies that so-and-so is actually going to watch the film or not. Here, they may not. But I just want to say that I'm sad for stuff I said. Okay? Asking someone if they're irked, if they're mad, is not a bad thing to ask someone. Okay? Alright? I gotta stop saying alright. I gotta stop saying that. Alright? It's not bad to ask someone that. You know. But it is what it is. And hey, if you can only do one thing at once, I guess you can only do one thing at once. But it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, just need you to forgive me for something I said. Alright? Look, I'm sad that I asked you if you were irked or mad, alright? I'm sad I asked you that. You want to forgive me for that? You're going to be forgiving me for everything for the rest, for my whole life, so all my life, so it is what it is. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.